My mom just walked outside and asked me what I was doing, and I'm like, Mom, I'm vlogging, and she's like, video logging, and I'm like, yes, Mom. Hey guys, it's Lex. I'm sitting outside to do my vlog today because it's just so nice out. And it's just gonna be me sitting down and talking to Jens about 10 things not to do in a relationship. These things tie together pretty well. It's just one thing after another. And they're all really good things that if I listened to, I'd probably be in a really good relationship right now. But I'm dumb and I've been through a heck of a lot of relationships. A heck of a lot of crappy relationships at that, and I'm hoping that I can help Jens learn some things, or just if you're in a relationship and any of these 10 things happen, you know that something needs to change. Let's just jump right into this. Rule number 1, no ghosting. You really shouldn't ghost somebody that you're in a relationship with. If you don't want to be with that person, break up with them, or just let them know what's going on. Don't just leave them with no reason, or ignore them, or just stop talking to them out of nowhere, because it can really hurt a person's self-esteem. They can question whether, if they're good enough or not, and things like that, and it's just not a good situation. You should really let somebody know what's on your mind, especially if yous are dating. Don't ghost a person. Rule number 2, no manipulating. Don't manipulate somebody into doing what you want to do, or doing something that they don't want to do. If you manipulate somebody into doing something they don't want to do, they're not going to be happy, and you should want your significant other to be happy. If you really love your significant other, you won't manipulate them at all. Now, there's a lot of things that can be considered manipulation, like if the girl doesn't want to have sex yet and you're like, ooh, whatever girl, like let's go, and she tries to tell you no and you manipulate her into doing it, she's gonna not feel good about herself. She's going to wish that you wouldn't have manipulated her, and she might even regret it, and that's just not a good thing in a relationship at all. Now, manipulating ties into rule number 3, which is no controlling. You shouldn't control the person that you're with. There's a couple of things that this rule can be a little lenient on, and that's things like, if you don't want your person to drink or do drugs, those are understandable. And say if you don't want them talking to their ex, or situations like that is an understandable reason to, bring up the topic, hey, I don't really want you doing this. And if they respect you enough, they'll be like, okay, I won't do it. But controlling is a big thing. Don't tell your girlfriend that she can't go outside in shorts because, she looks too attractive, or you don't want guys staring. Another thing not to be controlling about is, don't try to take your significant other's friends away. I was in a relationship once with this guy, and my best friend Chastity, who we've been best friends for 7 years now, he tried to get me not to talk to her and not to talk to any of my friends really, and it's not a good thing. Don't distance your significant other from their friends, because then that's all they have other than you. Yeah, they have their family and stuff like that, but their friends are the person that they can vent to, and you shouldn't want your significant other to not have friends. My mom just walked outside and asked me what I was doing, and I'm like, Mom, I'm vlogging, and she's like, video logging, and I'm like, yes, Mom. Rule number 4 is no stealing. Don't steal from your significant other. Don't convince your significant other to steal anything. Don't steal from your significant other's family. Just don't steal. That's just a rule in general, but for some reason people can pull the manipulating card and the controlling card and try to convince you to steal or do something that you don't want to do. Obviously, you wouldn't want to steal anything. but your significant other could be like, oh, do this because blah blah blah, and you're like, okay, because you don't know how to say no, and you can get in trouble, like you really can, and you shouldn't do that. You really shouldn't. Number 5, I call the Insta rule. Because if you use Instagram, this can go for Facebook or anything like that, any sort of social media really, but say if you use Instagram like on a daily, or you post like all the time or anything like that, you should want to post your significant other on there. And like I said, this can be for Facebook. I'm trying to vlog. Who is making noise? Excuse me. I'm vlogging. Go away. Anyways, no matter what social media, like if you post, you should want to post your significant other, and if you don't, that can make your significant other feel like you're trying to hide them, or I don't know, maybe you have like another person on the side, and like these are thoughts that could run through your significant other's head if you don't make a post about them, because maybe they're insecure or have low self-esteem, and you should be trying to build that up. So you should want to post about them, and you should be proud that you're with this person. So just make them feel loved. Make sure that they know that you're proud to have them in your life. I'm gonna tie that rule in with rule number 6, which is don't break up with your significant other just because like your family doesn't want yous to be together, or like your friends don't want yous to be together. Now, understandable, like sometimes it's for a good reason. Like if your family has already met the person and they like already know that you're dating, and they're like, well, I don't want you to be with them, it could be for a good reason. Like they don't like them, they don't, see them being a good person, they can just kind of tell who they are. If you're a lesbian or bisexual or anything like that, and your family doesn't want you being with the same sex, just tell your significant other, really? I'm vlogging. Keep your barking down. Just tell your significant other, like, hey, my family doesn't know that I am gay, queer, whatever, like LGBT, whatever. Just tell them who not to tell about the relationship. I said make sure you make posts, blah blah blah, whatever. If you have your family on social media and your family doesn't know, obviously you wouldn't be able to do that, so that's why I tied this one into it. But just don't leave your significant other because your family isn't okay with you liking the same sex. Number 7, kind of a funny one. Netflix and chill is not a date. I don't know how many times I've said this. If your girl wants to go out on a date, or like the guy wants to go out on a date, go. Like go out somewhere. Do not sit at home and be like, oh yeah, we can, order pizza and watch Netflix. No, Netflix and chill is not a date. It's not a thing. Now, I get it's the 21st century, blah, 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 whatever. Take your girl out. Be a gentleman. Just do you. But first date, Netflix and chill doesn't give off a good vibe at all. You should want to, take your girl out, take cute pictures of her while she's eating or whatever. If she's like, oh, we haven't gone out on a date in a while, and you're like, yeah, we did. We just went out on a date last week. She'll be like, we watch Netflix. What are you talking about? Netflix and chill is not a date. Rule number 8, don't be suspicious with your phone. Most people nowadays have trust issues, and it's just because of their past. But say if you're like messaging your friend or whatever, and you're like hiding your phone from your significant other, they're gonna ask questions, or they're gonna be like, why are they hiding their phone from me? Like they must be messaging somebody that they don't want me to know about. If you have a passcode on your phone, let your girl know what it is. My rule number 9 is don't do things that only you want to do. Say I wanted to go to the movies and out to dinner, and my boyfriend wanted to go hang out with his friends. Maybe during the day we can hang out with his friends, and then later on that evening we can go to the movies and go to dinner. Don't just be like, oh, we're only gonna go hang out with my friends, or oh, we're only gonna go see a movie. Make sure you do what your significant other wants to do too. Don't make it all about you. Rule number 10 is a big one, especially for me, because most of you know how I am. But my rule number 10 is probably the biggest and most important one, and it is don't fall head over heels too fast. Falling head over heels too fast can really get you into some crap situations. If you fall too fast for the wrong person, you're gonna end up hurt, and it's not a good thing. Or maybe you fall too fast for somebody who isn't falling for you, or they're just using you. And it's the same thing. You're still gonna get hurt. And I wish I had more advice on this. Just don't let yourself get too attached too quickly. That's really all I have for you guys. Just use common sense. Don't get yourself into crap situations. Don't fall too fast for the wrong person. Don't fall for the wrong person at all. Make sure you know somebody before you date them. Just know the situation that you're in. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope this helps you. Maybe, share this video to your friends if they're in a bad situation. Be like, hey, watch this, common sense. Just be a good person. That's really all I have to say, is just be a good person and don't do anything stupid. Use common sense. Use your head. Sometimes you gotta listen to your head over what your heart wants. If you like this video, like it, subscribe to me. Next Tuesday, I'm going to upload a Q&A, but I can't do this without you guys' help. So comment some questions down below or message me some questions. I posted this on all my social medias too. So ask me questions, because I can't do a Q&A without you guys. So subscribe, turn on post notifications. I post every Tuesday. I know there was one Tuesday that I made a Wednesday post because I didn't have my iPad to edit the video, so I'm sorry. But I post every Tuesday, and look forward to this Q&A because I already got some questions and it's gonna be a juicy one. I can promise you guys that.